Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to cover the remaining topics which are there in the functions. In my previous video I started the functions. Now let's complete the remaining topics in the functions. Now let's see what is the default parameter value. So if we call the function without the argument, if we call the function, so basically we'll be having the two steps to implement the function. First one is function definition. So where the function, in the function definition we'll be having the parameters. Next step is calling the function. In the calling the function we'll be having the arguments. What they are saying here. So if we call the function without the arguments we can call the function. How it is possible? By using this default parameter values. So by using this default values we can pass the, without passing the argument also we can call the function. Let's see how to use that thing. Now let's consider the name is a parameter. The name is a parameter. So how to use the default value? So in the parameter itself, we can directly call the value of that parameter as an argument. Yes or no? In the function definition itself, we can give the value for that parameter itself. So let's see, this is name like Harsha. So in the function definition only, directly we can call the argument. So in this way also we can use as a default value. So no need to mention here. Why? Already we mentioned the value in the parameter itself, in the function definition itself. Then no need to add any argument in the function call when we are using the function call. So no need to add anything. So let's see. See, we are not getting any type of an error. We are getting the Harsha as it is without throwing any type of an error. So we can use the default value in this way also. Directly we can pass the argument in the function definition also. Or we can even pass the argument also, will not get any type of an error. If you want, we can pass the argument also. So we'll get the psi. Yes or no? I think you understood what is the default value. Okay, let's see what is next. Next, passing the list as an argument. So we can even pass the list representation as an argument. Remember, as an argument, not the parameter. So we can pass the list type in the argument. So you can send any data type. So not only the list, we can use any type of an data like a dictionary or this. We can take any data type. So of the argument to the function, it can be the string, numbers, list, dictionary, anything you can pass in the argument. So will not get any type of an error. It will be treated as the same data type inside the function. Yes or no? Let's see how it will be working. Look at this example. So we define the function with my function, and the parameter which we passed is food, and here we use the for loop. Look at here. Yes or no? So what is the for loop? For x in the food. Next, if we try to print that x, so now fruits. Fruits equals to, the fruits are in the form of a list. So in the square bracket. So the fruits are in the form of, it is represented in the form of list. And if we try to print that fruits, what will happen? Let's see. Yeah, the output is not coming in the form of a list. Remember this thing. So we can use only the list? No, we can use tuple format also. Let's see, if we use the tuple format, if we get an error, or it will be running as usually. Yes, we are not getting any type of an error. So let's try with the set also. Okay. Yes, we are not getting any type of an error, but it is not following the insertion order. Okay, you remember in the when I am explaining the set will not follow the insertion order, so that it is not following the insertion order. Okay. So even we can use the written value also. I explained when I am explaining the functions introduction, we can use the written value also. Let's see some more exercises in the written value. look at here, we can use in this way also, like star. So we are defining the function which is x as a parameter, and we are returning 5 into star, means the x should be printed 5 times. And we can use multiple arguments also, which I explained in my previous video. So let's see the output. Yeah, 3 5s 15, 5 5s 25, and 9 5s 45. We can use this return type also in this way also. Even we can use the past statement also. I explained you the past, continue, and the break. So pass is what? So when we don't know the content or the code, what we have to write, we can use the pass instead of throwing an error. Yes or no? So if we don't know what the code we have to use, so simply by using the pass, we can reduce the errors. So we can use this pass also in this function. Look at here. So we are using just, we are defining the function, and we are calling the pass. So we are not getting any error, but it is a blank space. So in the functions, we can use the nested functions also. What is the nested functions? The function within a function. So the function which is there inside the function, we can use another function also. Let's see how to use that function or nested function. Let's see. So first define the function name, let it be outer, and the parenthesis, which is very important to use. And now we'll be writing some code. Let's say to print some code like outer only. Okay. Now, so if we want to add another function inside this outer function, so it's possible. We can use this type of functions are known as nested functions. Let's see this function name as inner. So yeah, and let's try to print this thing. Yeah, inner. Now, so this is called as a nested function definition. So it's mandatory to call the functions also, no? Yeah. Now look at the parenthesis very clearly. So where the inner functioning is starting, at that point only we have to call that function. So at this point, the inner function is started. So at this point only we have to call the function which is inner. Okay. Now similarly, where the outer function is started, at that place only we have to start the this function which is outer. So now let's see. Yeah, the outer and the inner is printing as usually. So if we want the parameters, we can use the parameters also. So even we can pass the parameters and the arguments in the nested function also, like we use the add and subtract two functions, so which is a and b and c and d, and we are calling that subtract and add function. So the output is showing without throwing any error. So we can use this nested function also. Okay. Now let's see what is the beauty of the function. So what is the beauty of the function? We can reuse the code. Let's consider this is the one file. So the file name is, which is file1.py. So in this file we define the function which is add and the subtract. Okay. Now we used another file which is file2.py. Now here we are importing the file 1. So what are the code we have wrote here, have imported here? Yes or no? The code which have written over here in the file 1 will be imported in the file 2, and we are calling the functions which we have defined in the another code. So we define this function here in the another file, but we are calling this defined functions in the another file 2, which is this one. So we are trying to call this function. So the output will be showing as it is. So again, no need to write this whole code over here. Just calling the function name itself is enough. Just calling the function name is enough. No need to write again the whole code. Yes or no? So in this way we can reuse the code. So of Just by writing the file name, we can use that file. What is the code inside that file? We can reuse the code which is there in the particular file in the another file also by using the file name. Okay, in this way. So in this way we can reuse the code. No need to write the whole code it again. Okay, this is the beauty. I think you understood about the functions. If you have still any doubts in the functions, please mention in the comment section. I will be definitely solve your doubts. And that's it about this function. And that's all. Let's meet in the next video. Thanks for watching.